Hello, my name is Jada Johnson and I will be going over the expectancy theory. The expectancy violation theory explains the effects of nonverbal behavior violations on interpersonal communication outcomes, such as attraction, credibility, persuasion, and smooth interactions. Human interactions are strongly governed by expectations, which, if violated, are arousing and trigger an appraisal process that may be moderated by the rewardingness of the violator. Violation interpretations and evaluations determine whether they are positive or negative violations. This can also be known as violation valence, which is whether you perceived positive or negative value to the violation regardless of the violator. Communicator reward valence is the sum of positive and negative attributes brought to the encounter plus potential to reward or punish in the future. Expectancy violation theory can be known through forms of context, relationships, and communicator characteristics. Next, I will be going over some real-world examples. The first being on how people may interpret others by their attractiveness. For example, when you come across a stranger and they do a violation onto you because of their attractive levels, you might be more likely to accept the violation and interpret it as a positive one rather than to interpret it as a negative one because of the way that they look. For example, if you come across someone like the attractive young man and woman who may or may not brush your against your arm, you might interpret that one as a positive one rather than from someone like Napoleon and Ugly Betty. Another expectancy violation that can occur can do with personal space. In society, there is a determined amount of personal space that you're supposed to keep between people, whether it is you're a stranger or not a stranger, or depending on the environment that you are in. So for example, if you are to be on the subway where you know that room is limited, you might be more okay with others' violations, whether it be touching you or something else, because you know that you realize that the environment that you are in is limited to space. Rather than sitting alone and someone decides to sit next to you, even though there are multiple chairs available. And the last real-world example that I'll give has to do with eye contact. In the first picture, if you don't know someone and they are a stranger to you, then the way that they look at you and if they're staring at you a certain way may cause you to receive the violation in a negative way because you don't know why they're staring at you the way that they are. Versus being in a business meeting with someone, you would expect that person to make eye contact with you as a sign of respect. And so you would then take that expectancy violation and interpret it as a positive one. And lastly, when you are in love with someone or intimate with someone and you do expect them to look at you a certain way. So in this situation, in the last photo, it is okay to, that person would accept the expectancy violation as a positive one because of the relationship that they are in.